Hello, I'm Kim Bolsover of Improvability.tv, and you are very welcome to this live training, which is called How to Keep Your Image Business Alive During Lockdown. Now, if you celebrate Easter, then happy Easter to you, and I hope you're having lots of fat chocolate. I certainly will be later. I haven't got an Easter egg this year, but anyway, never mind. Okay, so how to keep your image business alive during lockdown. The big question here is, do you want to? Do you really want an image business when lockdown is over? And this is a moment for you to think about that, because that's what we should all be doing. Taking a moment, a step back. I'll talk more about that later. But if you've decided, yes, you do, and I'm thinking that maybe, huge assumption here, but if you're here, then this is probably what you want. So if the answer is yes, you do want an image business when lockdown is over, then you need to take action now. And I've got 3 top tips to help you keep your image business alive during lockdown, so that when we're all free to go back to working face to face with our colour, style, image clients, you will still have a happy client base ready, waiting for you to work with again. Because if you just let things slide, well, let's have a look at my 3 top tips. Number 1 is keep in touch with your current clients, with your existing clients, or with those prospects who've demonstrated, who've put their hand up previously and said, at some point, I would like to work with you. You have to keep in touch with people. As a business owner, whether we're in lockdown or not, it's your job to remind your clients that you exist. It is not up to them to go searching on the internet or in the local newspaper to find out where you are. It is your job to remind people that you exist, even more so right now. So how will you keep in touch with people? Do you have their email addresses? If you do, I suggest you send a newsletter. If you keep in touch via social media, that could be anything, then start posting madly in your social media. Do you have a Facebook business page, for instance, that talks about your business? Perhaps it's time to set one up. Do you have a free Facebook group for your clients? Maybe it's time to set one up. If you're working with business clients in particular, then maybe this is the time to create your LinkedIn profile or update your LinkedIn profile if you've already got one. Where do your clients hang out? If it's Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, focus your attention. Just choose one medium for the moment and start posting madly. Your clients, your prospects need to keep seeing your stuff popping up in their news feed. They need to know that you are still around. And even if you've decided that during lockdown you're just calling a halt to everything, you're riding it out, you've decided to close your face-to-face services, probably because your government is telling you you must, tell them if that's temporary or if it's permanent. I mean, be honest with people. If it's temporarily, tell them that you'll be back when it's safe to do so, and you will keep them informed of when that's likely to be. It's like we've had to tell people that we can't supply drapes and wallets, swatch wallets at the moment, because the colour suppliers have had to close down because they're a non-essential service and they can't get supplies from their supply chain. So they've had to temporarily close service. But we've announced this will be resumed when it's safe to do so, and we will keep you informed. This is what you need to do. You need to tell people what you're doing. So let's say that that's what you've decided to do. You're riding out the lockdown, you've had to close your face-to-face services, and you'll be back when the government tells you it's okay. Still keep in touch. In the meantime, you're saying to your prospect list, your client list, or everybody, in the meantime, I am going to be sending you lots of hints and tips. I am going to be writing articles and putting stuff on my blog, posting in social media so that you can keep in touch. And there's loads of stuff you can do there. Loads of things. And it doesn't have to be all about colour, style and image. It's about, don't forget, the main aim is for you to keep in touch. Now, I mention this all the time, we did some very expensive training lots of years ago with Jay Abraham. And finally, I looked him up. Forbes listed him as one of the top 5 executive coaches in the United States. I mean, he works with business, whatever you call them, royalty, if you like, and royalty as well. We did his marketing course, and one of his probably the most important thing we learned was about word of mouth recommendation. This is truly the way you will get most of your business. And he told us the story of an Australian dentist. Dentist, right? Have you got this in your mind? He's a dentist. So he provides dental services. He takes teeth out, he cleans them, he fits false teeth. You know, it's all about teeth. That's what an Australian dentist does. I know I'm labouring the point, but he had to look at ways of working with his clients between appointments. So some clients wouldn't come and see him for a year or 6 months or whatever. What he did was made sure that they never forgot about him. And Jay Abraham tells the story of this Australian dentist who knew that one of his clients, who pays him a lot of money, was very interested in horses. So teeth, horses, nothing to do with each other. This Australian dentist was sat reading a magazine. This is in long before we had Google and Facebook and everything. And he cut this article out of this magazine, put it in an envelope with a personalised note, and sent it to his client. Do you think that client came back for more dental services at very expensive rates? Oh, yes. Because what that client thought was, this dentist actually cares about who I am. Do not underestimate what you can talk with your clients about. Okay, so let's look at tell them what you're doing. On the other hand, you might have decided during lockdown that you're going to offer an alternative way for your clients to work with you. So tell them it's on its way. If you know what that is, tell them all about it. If you don't, just say, I've been thinking about how to support you during this time. I've got something that I think you'll be really interested in. I'm just working on the finer details, but this will be fandabby-dozy. This will help you, and you need to think about how it will help them, the benefits, not the process. All right? It's not, I am going to do X, Y, and Z. It is the benefits to you, the results to you will be. And I haven't got the finer details sorted out, but if you'd like to know more, just let me know. Just reply to this email, reply to this newsletter, pop a yes in the comments below, tell me that you're interested. and I will make sure that you get first dibs. I don't know whether that means anything outside of the UK. It means you will be the first to know. You'll get a heads up. Okay, let me just make a note here. If you are a green psychology type, you're probably going into panic mode right now with this advice because you don't know what perhaps that extra service is going to be, that alternative service is going to be, especially if you're looking at going online perhaps. So don't put your green personality on the shelf. Greens want everything to be perfect before you go ahead. You're really going to have to trust me on this and send this email out. I haven't got all all my ducks in a row yet, but what I've got to put in front of you, my lovely clients and prospects, is going to be fan-dabby-dozy. So how can you offer an alternative way for your clients to work with you during lockdown that doesn't require you to flout any legalities? After all, we don't want you ending up in jail, do we? Okay, so what you can do is this buzzword that's around at the moment, you can pivot and go online. Think about this. You already know a hell of a lot. You have incredible experience. You probably know colour inside out, or colour and style inside out, or style and shape inside. I don't know what your particular skills are. Write them down now. What do you know a lot about in that could help you pivot and go online? You've got innate gifts and talents as well. So pivoting is about taking what you know, especially the stuff you know inside out. Maybe this is the stuff that you normally deliver in person, face to face, in a live situation when lockdown doesn't keep it all inside. And you could take all that stuff you know, all your personality, all your innate gifts and talents, and you could put it all into a mixing bowl and turn it around and offer your clients an online service. Okay, so I am currently offering a way for you to learn how to do that. And this is not only what you can do now, but think about the future as well. Think about how you can take what you know now for when lockdown is finished. More about that shortly. So we are about to start. What day is it today? It's Easter Sunday. So on Thursday, we start with the first training session for my new program course. I must call it a course, which is called Colour Your Client Fabulous Online. And this is exactly, this is going to teach you exactly what I've just been talking about. Taking what you know, all about colour and personality, we're keeping it very simple, and we're going to help you create a professional, online, unique colour personality experience that will help your client express who she really is or how she would rather be perceived. That's the bit I love. We're going to teach you how to get online up and running within days, perhaps for some of you a matter of hours on Thursday. And we're going to use the simplest technology. You're probably using it already, and you're going to be able to take online bookings and card payments. We're going to show you how to price and promote your business, your new online service. And this will help you create a brand new income stream for your business so that when lockdown is over, you have more choices. You see, even if you don't plan to go online during lockdown, this course will show you how to take what you currently do offline with your clients and turn that into a completely different service. So even if you're saying to your clients, I'm not working during lockdown, but when I come back, I've got this new service for you. It's all about you understanding, having a colour personality experience that will help you express who you really are. And that will make you stand out from the crowd. So by the end of the first training session on Thursday, that's the 16th of April, you will know how to deliver, how to promote your services online via social media, newsletter, etc., just like we've been talking, how to set up appointments, how to take payments, how to be able to offer your colour, style, image service, whatever it is, without anyone needing to touch each other or even be in the same room. Oh, yes, indeedy. Now, Neil is our technical genius. He is busy writing this massive document at the moment, all about the technical stuff. He's got years of experience of working with me, so he knows it's got to be simple. It's got to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's got to be an idiot guide, or I cannot use it. I simply don't use complicated stuff. You're already probably using the software and the hardware that Neil will be recommending, so there's no need to invest significant amounts of money into anything new. The goal of this course is to get you up and running as soon as possible. And what I've just done is announce the dates for the remaining 3 trainings, and they'll all be it'll all take place within 10 days. So the first session is all the technology, etc. I've just explained. The next 2 training sessions, it'll be about what to deliver. So training session 2 will be about colour personality. So if you've already done some colour personality with me, we'll be delving a lot deeper. You'll be taking this to new depths so that your client will be able to understand who she is and what that means for her. And you'll understand more about her so that you'll be able to personalise this experience for her. Training session 3, which I think is 2 or 3 days later, can't remember, but we'll be focusing on your client's physical colouring, and we'll be looking at how to easily diagnose her tonal colour direction without using any physical props whatsoever. We're not using drapes, we're not using swatches, and we're not using any software. We're not asking you to do anything physical, software, hardware. This is just easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's really, we want to keep it simple so that your aim to get online and earning money is your prime concern. You can add other stuff later. All right. And then session 4, which is probably a couple of days after that, 2 or 3, I can't remember because it was all very exciting, and I'm still getting, I've asked the members who've signed up already if this is okay with them. I'm waiting for responses. I don't just launch into this. I always ask people's opinions first. So when you join this program, you'll be able to join our unique, exclusive Facebook group, and you'll be able to vote for if you think this is too quick, too slow. And session 4, which is a couple of days later, would be how to put it all together. How personality and physical colouring go together, and then how to present that to your client in an online situation so that she gets a unique colour personality experience. I can to see. I'm using my hands a lot because it's very exciting, this. It's creating a brand new way of doing business. And you'll be able to use these same concepts with your offline customers when lockdown is over. Or when lockdown is over, you will have two unique streams of income for your business. You'll be able to help people offline or online or both. Oh, it's absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. And just think what that means for your client while she's in lockdown. She's probably sat there thinking, I'm sat in my pajamas, I'm sat, I've got a pile of ironing to do and I don't know which one, I need to prioritize them, I don't know which ones to do first. You'll be able to help her choose items from her wardrobe that she can iron first so she can look good. She will know what to wear when she's ready to come out of lockdown. She will know how to dress to take her business forward and to take her social life forward as well. So maybe a lot of people, well, what am I saying? Maybe a lot of people are rethinking their options right now. You can be feeding into that. You can be tapping into that need to make changes so that your clients benefit of your experience, your gifts and talents, your knowledge, so that you can help them while they're in lockdown at home using basic technology to help them so that when lockdown happens for them, they're ready. They're ready to hit the world looking and feeling absolutely fabulous. You'll be helping your clients to build her confidence, to express who she really is, and perhaps also how she would rather be perceived in particular situations, because that's the beauty. When you mix physical colour and colour personalities together, you get this explosion of who people really are. It's the key. And there's thousands out there offering an online colour analysis, which, to be frank, is about as interesting as watching paint dry. You're going to be offering something far better, far better. You know me, I don't do boring stuff. I don't do anything that anybody else does. This is about stuff the system, put the client first, make this completely different. We'll also have some Q&A webinars. They'll be live after the main training is over, because that's when your questions will come up, isn't it? We'll also have access to Neil, who will be able to answer your technical questions. We've already had a couple of great ones in, and I'll be adding those in the Facebook group, because that's where you'll be able to get all that kind of information. And the live Q&A webinars, together with all the live training webinars, are all being recorded, and you will have lifetime access to them in your online training account for Colour Yourself. No. Well, you could colour yourself as well. Colour Your Client Fabulous online. So let me just put the full detail, the link, in case you're thinking, well, not heard of this before. That's where it is. That's where the full details are. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We've pivoted our business because we've been teaching you how to deal with face-to-face clients. So we've pivoted and we've decided to help you create the alternative so that you can help your clients online. And I hadn't realized the benefits when I came up with this, that you'll then have choices at the end. When lockdown's over, you'll have the choice of an offline business, so you can carry on working with your clients face to face. You'll be able to bring this new way of working, mixing colour personality and physical colour with those offline clients. You'll be able to offer that online, and you can do all of them. It's entirely up to you. All right, so that was point number 2. So point number 1, top tip number 1 was to keep in touch with your clients. So if this is what you're deciding to do, that you're going to go online, you should be telling them, I have got an alternative way to work with you online. And this will benefit you. You need to come up with what will benefit your clients. You know your clients. We'll be looking at some promotional examples in both training session 1 and training session 4, probably. But if you're wise, you'll be picking up hints and tips all the way through. In fact, I've just posted something in the Facebook group, and I've put, and I hope you realise that there's lots of marketing in here. Just turn it round and you can copy and paste this, add your own twist of personality in there, and that's telling your clients exactly what you're going to be doing for them. So keep in touch with your clients is number 1. Number 2 is pivot and go online and open up new possibilities for your business when lockdown is over. Plus, you get to serve your clients right now. And number 3 is take some time right now and look closely at your current business. Because if you don't take this time to take a step back and look at what you're doing, well, I think you're daft. Because that's what we did. We were about to launch a new program. I'd got everything in place, everything. And I will still launch that program, absolutely. There's no question about it. But lockdown came into place and we sat and thought, well, all our clients are going to stop working. All our consultants can only offer an offline service. And then suddenly emails of, can you help? We were getting telephone calls. I don't know what to do. What should I do? Should I keep my blog going? Should I? And we just sat down and thought, we can help. We can just put our other program on hold here, pivot, take what we know and teach you go online. So that's what we did. We took the time out. We had 2 planning meetings. Well, they're not really. They're 2 strategy meetings and then a planning meeting. Because strategy is it's a framework for making decisions about what you're going to do next. The planning is then how are you going to implement it and how are you going to achieve that long-term goal. So that's what we did. We set about creating this program, and what we did was just announced it. Exactly what I said to you right back at the beginning, keep your customers informed. We just announced it and then thought, one person signed up, we thought, that's it, we have to deliver this. So there you go, that's what we're going to be teaching you, how to do this. So right now, I strongly suggest that you take some time out and take a close look at what you've been doing so far. So what are you currently offering? Colour, style, wardrobe, makeup, personality, all those things. Are you happy offering all those things? Or is there something that really needs to go? What do you think? Isn't this time to say, I'm going to give you an exercise to do in the moment, in a moment. The exercise is to make a list of everything you do. All right. And then stand with a mirror in your hand or stand in front of them and say to yourself, currently, I offer colour analysis face to face. No. Or yes. Look yourself in the eye and convince yourself, is this really, really, really what you want to offer? See, I had to come to that decision for my own business. No, I don't do colour analysis on its own for anybody. I don't do colour analysis diagnosis online for anybody because it's not enough. Looking at photographs of a they're just flat. They're two-dimensional photographs of a five-dimensional person. How can we possibly? Anyway, don't get me started on that. No, no, no would be my answer to that one. Colour personality. Oh, God. Yes, Kim, is my answer to that. Colour personality with a touch of physical colour. Yes. That's what I love doing. That's what I... Colour personality with a touch of physical colour and some style personality. Oh, yes, indeedy. That's my response. Wardrobe weed out, never, ever again. So what are your responses? Stand in front of a mirror and be honest. Or just make a list of everything you do. Go down the list. Really make it obvious to yourself that right now you have a choice. This is your moment. This is your moment to take a step back and look at what you're really doing, because you do not have to offer everything to the world and his mother. Please offer what you love offering. And then your clients will get that buzz from you. They will want to work with you because you love what you do. As you can probably tell, I love doing this stuff. Who's this? Bill Abimola. Lovely. Thanks for this info. You are very welcome. Thank you. Let me put a like on that. Thank you very much indeed. This is the perfect time to make changes, not only about what you offer, but who you work with. I did that. I had to sit down and think very carefully about who I work with, because I am a red colour personality. My father is a yellow red. And when we come to session 3, the training session 3, I'll explain what the difference is. And he's famous of saying to me, Kim doesn't work with fools at all. Now, your description of what a fool is and my description of what a fool is depends on your colour personality. I cannot work with people, with certain types of people. So I had to sit down and really go through this. I was going through this with my mastermind group who threatened not to feed me until I'd got this sorted out. They were very unkind because we were sat in a restaurant at the time and I could smell. I had ordered garlic chicken and I could smell it. And they were being vicious to me and saying to the waiters, we won't place our order until she's done this. No, you can't have a gin and tonic or a glass of wine, Kim, until you've decided who you're working with. That was my experience of this. And it did me good because I realised who I don't want to work with. Who don't you want to work with? Let me give you an example that doesn't give too much away. I once ran a workshop for 6 teenage girls because I thought, stupidly, that would introduce me to their mothers and that social group, if you like. I don't do teenagers. Within about 3 minutes, I wanted to slap every single one of them. They were on their phones, they were talking to their boyfriends, they were chatting to each other about boyfriends. I am so glad I never became a teacher at a secondary school, at a grammar school. I'd have been in jail now. That 20-minute experience changed my life. Never, ever. I just don't work with teenagers. Your choice, of course, but that's a great example. So Leslie says, brilliant advice. Thank you, Leslie. It's lovely to have you all here. I love colour personality. So do I. I just live and breathe it, live and breathe it. So who are you working with and what are you offering people? Sit down and go through this. Decide now so that you don't carry on delivering services that you do through gritted teeth. I did wardrobe weed outs and personal shopping trips because I thought you had to. And I delivered them through gritted teeth. So do you think the client got a good experience? No. Think about it now. Get rid of the stuff you're not interested in. Now, as I've said, the first training session for my new program, Colour Your Client Online, is on Thursday. But I've already run a bonus live training for people, members of that program. I ran that last Thursday, and this is a bonus strategy session. Michelle Cook's with us, laughing at me as always. I know, you find me funny, don't you, Michelle? Love you to bits. So last Thursday, I ran a bonus live training called a strategy session for the members of Colour Your Client Online. The recording, if you're a member already, the recording's already in your online training account. Go and listen to it because it's fab, even if I say so myself. And if you're about to join the Colour Your Client Online course, then as soon as you join, that recording is available to you. So you could do everything we've just been talking about. Because in that strategy session, it's designed obviously to help you prepare, ready to take your colour business online. So it's ready for you to start learning on Thursday, the content. But we do that by looking at stuff like this, the practicalities, but also delving deeper into what you really want. What do you want now? And what do you want when lockdown is over? And that helps you when you've got a strategy. Then you can create a plan of action to help you achieve your dreams and your aspirations with ease and grace. I'm sorry, I'm a bit excited, I know, especially since we had technical problems earlier. And I was really buzzing about this. You see, I love strategy. I know I'm a very weird girl, but I love strategy. I love marketing. I love business. I love all that stuff that used to frighten me to death. I'm not keen on the technology, but Neil knows to provide us with simple technology. But the strategy, the business stuff, business mentoring, I love, and I love putting it all together with who my clients really are. And even when I'm working with business clients who are nothing to do with image consultancy, the first thing I do is look at their colour personality and their physical colouring, because that tells me everything I need to know about them. Don't you see? This could take you in new directions. Sorry. Do get excited. So this is what Gerlinda had to say the day after the strategy session. So, this isn't gin, by the way. It should be, perhaps, after all the trauma of this morning. It's just sparkling water. But I'm going to have a gin and I'll lie down in a darkened room as soon as we've done. Julia, you see, who knows me of old, definitely an extra large gin after today. Thank you, Julia. You know me too well. But Gerlinda said, I ran the strategy session on Thursday. So she emailed me on the Friday and said, The strategy session alone is worth the price of the Colour online course. As you suggested, I drew everything out. I like mind maps myself. Yeah, I've tried mind maps. I end up using post-it notes, but it doesn't matter. You can write it out on a piece of paper. And Gerlinda goes on to say, this has been a kick up the pants for me at exactly the right time, and big changes are coming soon. Thank you, thank you. I can't wait for the course to start now. So that's goody poos, isn't it? Ah, Joan, you've managed to join us. Perfect. From the Gold Coast. And Julie says, love a plan. Got to crack the tech bit. Do not worry. Neil is on the case. Michelle says mine was tonight. What, an extra large gin, Michelle? And Helen, oh, goody poos, you've joined us. Helen says, oh, goodness. Happy Easter, great to be able to join you whilst the internet is behaving. Lovely way to spend an Easter Sunday whilst in lockdown. Thank you. I'm so glad you joined us, Helen. Jeanette says, I'm launching today. Goody poos. Michelle says, gin. Thought it might be. Ah, dear, mad woman. Do you know, I have to say, I love what I do. I have got, and thank you, I've got some fabulous consultants across the entire world. Joan's from the Gold Coast in Australia. Michelle's from Perth in Australia. Julia's just up the M1. Helen and oh, I mean, you're all such lovely. Oh, I love you all. And we've got new people on this training as well. Geeta's in Ireland, Anna's in Italy. I'm not sure where some of you, please post where you're from because that helps me. We are all awesome, says Michelle. Amen to that. Ah, dear. Ah, goodness me. So I've lost my place in my notes, but it doesn't matter because I can rattle on for England. And in that strategy session, there's all sorts of other information. Now, somebody sent a question in. What the heck have I done with it? Here we are. This is, let me copy this somewhere else because I put it at the end. Thanks so much. This came in this morning from Marie in the States. Let me just put, oh no, let me put it here. Sorry, I'm faffing about like a tart in a colander, but you'll be all right. So Marie says, I do business face to face, and with this lockdown, I know I need to go online. However, I dread going online because it's out of my character. I want to run my business and not my business run me. As you once stated, this is a business I can lay down and pick up when I want. So how do I balance being in control online and still stay in my character? Thank you for your answer to this unusual question. It isn't unusual, Marie. I'm so glad that you've asked this question because I bet there are loads of people who are feeling exactly the same as you. Absolutely the same. Like me, when I first went online, oh my goodness. Listen, you've got to bear in mind, for those of you who don't know, I trained as a computer programmer in 1980. I'm a very old person. And then I trained as a systems analyst. God, I can't remember. And then I trained in project management. I hate it with a vengeance. I became a performance and capacity planning expert for Midland Bank worldwide. They're now called HSBC. I ran the risk management strategy for the bank, computer-based. You would think I would have no problem. with going online. Okay, let me take you back to the 80s. We didn't have personal computers. There was no such thing as a mobile phone. We didn't have, what do they call, tablets. We had great big thundering mainframes. Have you seen the movie You're Only Supposed to Blow the Bloody Doors Off? What's it called? The Italian Job with Michael Caine. You'll see in there the old style computers. That's the kind of stuff I used to work on with the great big tape decks. I mean, I remember staggering through the centre of Sheffield carrying a huge tape deck. They were absolutely massive, really heavy things. Then minis came along, and our computer operators went into meltdown. They had to be taken into a room and fed a large amount of gin just to help them cope, because minis were the next thing. That's my computer experience, mainframes and minis. I never worked on personal computers in my computer career, ever. Just didn't do it. So this lot, I look and I think, ooh, I'm totally with you. Totally with you. This is why you and me, we all have Neil to help us. He's here to make it simple. And after 25 years of living with me, he knows that he needs to write an idiot guide to using technology. So do not worry. This is the question. I know I need to go online. However, I dread going online because it's out of my character. So did I. When we first set up our training business, we created, I can't reach them. They used to be just there. Physical DVDs. We used to ship physical DVDs across the world for our training courses. There was nothing online, but it didn't exist. You just couldn't do it. We've come the whole gamut. Neil, fortunately, understands all this stuff, and he knows what it's like having to deal with me, who goes, if it doesn't work, it's going out of the window. And that's what I shout. Neil, sort this out. So we have Neil to help us. Plus, I'll go back to Neil to say, how do I balance being in control online and still staying in character? Okay, so this is about your mindset. This is, we discussed a lot of this in the strategy session. So I know, Marie, you've already joined the new course. I strongly recommend you watch that strategy session and get the practical stuff in place. And in there also, in your training, in your online training course, there's a video called Turning a Negative into a Positive. And this is where I share 7 steps for turning the negative into the positive to help you create the future you want. And this is to help you, let me put it my way. When I start veering off into the undergrowth, when I start thinking, oh, I can't do this, I just can't do this, I've had to learn techniques for moving out of the negative into the positive. That's what I'm sharing with you in that video, and that is in your online training account right now. So there's 2 videos to go and listen to go and watch, because this is about your mindset. This is about putting on your business hat and taking charge of your business future if you want to. You don't have to do this. Taking this course will show you how you can add this new approach to creating a colour personality experience to your offline work when lockdown's all over. You do not have to launch an online business, but it's worth the course For the strategy session, as Gerlinda was talking about, the strategy session itself will help you decide whether to go online right now or whether to wait until lockdown's over, whether you want everything when you come out of lockdown or whether you just want to keep online or just want to keep offline. That's why I did it in this order. And it will help you make those decisions for your current state of mind. But what I'm saying is, this is an opportunity for you all to stop and think about what you have been doing so far and what you'd really rather be doing going forward. So Julia says, you're talking my husband's language about mainframes. Yes, I think he and I are probably very old dinosaurs, Julia. But that's all I know. I don't understand PCs. And I have no idea how blooming iPads work or whatever it is, Apple stuff. Haven't a clue. Don't want to know. Not interested. I just stick to what I know. And yet, we have an incredibly successful business. And that's what you will get when you join this course. So, in that strategy session, there's loads of advice for how to overcome the challenges of working from home. Probably, maybe you're cooped up with people who aren't normally there, or maybe you're on your own. It's how to effectively manage your time and your energy, and also how to decide what you want to do next. Do you want to go online during lockdown or not? You don't have to. And then you'll be ready for training session number 1, which starts on Thursday. Joining details are already available inside your online training account. So you can sign up for the first training session on Thursday. It's already there. Inside your Color Your Client online training account. And obviously we'll email to remind you. And we're going to be talking about the technology, keeping it simple, deciding what you're going to offer and to whom, and how to promote yourself to those people. We're going to look at pricing. Oh, yes, we are. We're going to look at how to book secure appointments and take payments up front. My advice is never, ever deliver anything until your client, your prospect has paid for it. And also how you will deliver whatever it is. We're going to look at how you will deliver more in training session 4, but obviously this is going to get those creative juices working. You are really going to see how everything starts to fall into place. So Julia says, Joan says, I completed a 3-year diploma in life coaching, hoping to put colour and coaching together. Is this what you're discussing basically? What I will be discussing more in session 4, Joan, is exactly that. And in the strategy session, because I'm getting excited again, that's exactly what we look at. You see, the aim of this course is to get you up and running, earning money as quickly as possible. So we are keeping the content really simple. But we are also saying to you, I know some of you offer life coaching like Joan does. I know some of you already offer dance and movement and presentation, beg your pardon, like Michelle does. I know other people offer weight loss, for instance. Other people offer, what's it called? Let's just call it alternative therapies, because there's all sorts of stuff that you could add in. But you can later on add in whatever else you do. The potential for this is huge, absolutely huge. But our job as Neil keeps reminding me, because he has to drag me off the ceiling, is Kim, stop going down those routes. Stop veering off into the undergrowth and talking about all the other stuff that we could do. Let's help our lovely, fabulous, marvelous consultants get a simple system up and running as quickly as possible. We can come and talk about this other stuff later, or you will be able to see for yourself the potential and you'll be able to add it in. To me, Joan, colour personality, physical colouring, and life coaching is obvious. It's what we do. Yes, amen to that. Sorry, I am getting excited. Okay, so how are we doing for time? I've gone over. Have I gone over? No, because we started late, didn't we? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, especially to those who tried to log in right at the beginning and we had technical problems. I apologise for those, we've sorted it. And for all your comments and your questions and for taking time out on this lovely, gorgeous day. I love you all lots. If you've got any other questions, please post them in the comments and I will come back to them later. I'm definitely going for a large gin now. It's been, as Vinnie Jones says in the film Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, it's been emotional. I get a lot of my quotes from movies and television stuff, as you might know. It's been absolutely fantastic talking with you about this. I really hope that you keep your business alive during lockdown, whether you decide to go online or not. Keep in touch with your clients. Let them know what you're doing. Talk to them, have conversations with them. If you've decided to go online and you think it's going to take you a bit longer, just say to them, I'm working on something really exciting right now. And just let me know if you're interested. This is a new service. It's not like anything else out there, but it's going to help you be more confident, look fabulous, feel fan-dabby-dozy, and I'm going to be there to support you all the way. And don't forget, take some time out. Take some time out now and plan what you really, really want. We are being given a big opportunity. Yes, it's crap, this virus. Yes, it's horrible. Yes, it's revolting and it makes me want to weep. But every cloud has a silver lining, but you have to look for it. The silver lining is this is a moment that we're being given to look again, to plan our future. And if I can help you do that, you know where I am.